So how do you start up? How do you handle the valuation of a startup entity? Obviously, as we all understand, valuation of a startup is always a challenge. It's a challenge for many reasons. First of all, the promoter is new. Promoter has only one thing, and that is the idea. Or maybe he has got a little more idea as to how that idea is going to be implemented. What kind of cash flows, he does not know. How much it is going to cost him to implement, he does not know. And therefore, valuation of startup is always a challenge. To top it further, the startup promoters always have very high expectation. When they talk in terms of valuation, they always look at the valuation of WhatsApp or Facebook or Google or LinkedIn or so many of them. That is the first challenge that you have to handle. But remember, basically, as far as the valuation of a startup is concerned, the method can be the approach, can be the income approach, it can be the market approach. Cost approach, of course, is not possible because there is no cost incurred at all at that stage, or whatever cost is incurred is maybe halfway through, so you do not know as to how much it is going to cost finally. And in any case, the promoter of the startup is not interested in finding out the valuation based on the cost, because then the valuations are going to be far too less. So, as valuation professional, you and I have a bigger challenge. What is the bigger challenge? The bigger challenge is not only we have to do the evaluation, but we also need to help the promoter in bringing clarity in his mind with regard to the idea that he has and with regard to the commercial viability of that idea. It's a human psychology. As and when somebody has an idea, he thinks there is nothing better than what he has, and therefore he is always riding on the seventh sky. As a valuer, we need to sit down with the promoter, understand from him, articulate for him, help him bring out everything about that project. And with you and I, with our understanding and knowledge and experience and expertise, should be able to convert all those things in terms of numbers. And when I say in terms of numbers, in terms of financial projections. And then your method for valuation becomes your DCF. So you should be able to convert based on your discussion, interaction with the promoter, your research and everything, in terms of the financials, be able to arrive at the cash flow, and using the discounted cash flow method, you can arrive at the value of a startup entities. Please remember, startup entities full of risks, and therefore all the more there is a reason for you and I to be more careful. All the more reason you and I need to be more realistic as far as the valuation is concerned. Now, not only you can use the income approach using the discounted cash flow method, but I am sure you would remember, I think very first day or second day we had discussed, even the market approach can be used. So what is the market approach? You have something which is PORI, price of recent investment. And remember friends, I remember I had mentioned that time also, and now also I would like to mention PORI and PORT. You should remember, because invariably you will get a question, what is the full form of PORI and what is the full form of PORT, and the full form is as you see it on the screen. So in case of a startup, the valuation can also be based on PORI, which is price of a recent investment or price of a recent transaction, and depending on how much is the time gap, you may have to make some adjustment. And remember, when you make some adjustment, you should be able to justify them, you should be able to substantiate them as to how you are making those adjustments. So this is how, friends, you will do valuation of a startup entity.